Alright, so you just got the Pokemon Go Go-tcha Evolve. Looks cool and everything on your wrist. Doesn't look like the other one, but how do you connect it? Don't worry guys, in this video, I'm not only gonna show you how to connect it, I'm gonna show you guys how to catch Pokemon with it, how to spin gyms, spin PokeStops, and all that good stuff in this video right now. Whoa, hold on. So I got a lot more videos like this coming up, and actually some videos already that I've recorded. So make sure to click like and subscribe and the little bell notification. That way you know when I come out with videos just like this. We can see right over here, we have the original Pokemon Go Plus. Trash. Then we have what I've been using for the longest time, the Pokemon Go Go-tcha, just charging right now. And then we have the Pokemon Go Go-tcha Evolved. It is charging right now. You can see that the other side of the wrist strap right there, the unit, if I press right over here, see it is 97% charged. As before, you can remember on this guy, just shows you it's charging. It doesn't show you how much it's at. And then this one again, takes an hour and a half to fully charge, and it is at 97%, and it tells you that right there. So now let's go ahead and disconnect that. We'll go ahead and put the strap back on, and now let's go and pair it real quick. So now that we're going to go ahead and pair the Pokemon Go Go-tcha Evolve, first thing we do on our cell phones is we go to the Google Play Store, or you go to the iOS store, and you type up here, Go-tcha Evolve, and then just go ahead, click enter, or press install on the Go-tcha Evolve app. It'll take a few seconds. Okay, and now we'll click open over here and allow all the time. Okay, now it says down here press Go-tcha button. So then right here, just press the button. And you can see pair and request, tap to pair and connect on the phone, and pair again over here. And you can see down there, pairing, reading Go-tcha. We can see up here, it shows the battery. And then on the Go-tcha, we can see the animation, which is pretty awesome. And we can see down here, programming. This kind of looks like it just dies out. It's still working, but to save battery, of course, the screen goes black. Then we can see down here, programming. So what this is doing, it's going ahead and updating the firmware and everything on this guy, as well as this guy, pairing it up, making sure everything's good, which is one thing the other Go-tcha didn't do as well, it looks like. All right, so disconnecting Go Go-tcha. Now press over here. This is going ahead, syncing it. Pair and connect on here on my screen, and then pair again right on there. Connecting, reading Go-tcha. All right, so then here we can see auto capture known, auto capture unknown, auto stops, auto collect stops, should I say, enable vibrate silent mode, enable watch face, and enable dark theme. They're all disabled, so just gonna go ahead, enable them here. Okay, well, they weren't all disabled, but those were. So now we can see right over here. Okay, the pedometer. We can see that is disabled. I'm not sure what that is. The X tells me it's disabled. So auto capture unknown. Let's go ahead and see what that is. So this is actually one thing I found that other people have been complaining about on the previous one. It looks like this one still has it. So if you see that these two don't sync up, this is a great example. Just press and hold that X. Okay, you see how it turned green? And I didn't press and hold the X, I press and hold the circle. So I'll press it again, press and hold, enabled, then press and hold. Just go ahead and updating everything here. Vibrate. Okay. Not sure what that one is, but I don't know what most of these icons are, but what I'll go ahead and do is I'll put on the screen a list of what all the icons are. Okay, pedometer, and then that guy, that's probably the time. Just making sure everything's enabled. That one's disabled. Oh, actually, go back. Maybe that's they're not in sync. So now if I go over here, let's say to maybe that one. Ah, okay, there we go. That's the auto collect stop one. Let's go back to that one. Auto capture, auto collect stop. I just enabled it over there. Okay, so there we go. So there, that's enabled. Now auto capture, I'm gonna go ahead and enable everything here. Looks like I just read it wrong, and that's okay. Okay, so now I come back over here and we can see everything is enabled. That's great. It looks like it's syncing time with my phone up here, which is great. That way you don't need to set it manually. At least that's what it looks like right now. All right, so now that everything's synced up, let's go ahead to Rockwood Park, and let's see if there's anything else in here. Oh, and actually on the screen it shows you lap steps, today's steps, total steps. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and just close out of this. I'm gonna go back to Pokemon Go, or turn on Pokemon Go. Okay, and we can see there's a Pokemon there's feel. So I'm just gonna go tap on the button. I'm gonna go into settings. I'm gonna go to Pokemon Go Plus. I'll go ahead and tap over here and we can see just appeared over here. Press that and now we can see it is connecting. All right, connected to Pokemon Go Plus. Now I'm just getting out of here and now we should see it auto catching this feel, or actually feel ran away. So anyway, I'm gonna go over to Rockwood Park and let's go ahead and catch a lot more so you can see this guy in action and a lot more that it can do than just catching Pokemon. So one sec. All right guys, so we're over at Rockwood Park. Just showing you guys the park real quick so you can see I'm actually at the park. All right, so now in Pokemon Go, we're just gonna go ahead, start up Pokemon Go. I already showed you this before, but I'm gonna show it to you again now that I'm actually outside. Okay, and I'll press okay. And it sounds like there's a Squirtle right there. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead, press this up here, finding Pokemon Go, and I tap right there. You can see how the screen changed over there. And so that way it's pairing up, and in a second it'll show over here that, there we go. So you can see that it's actually pairing up. Perfect. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead, you see catching the Squirtle, Pokemon in range. It looks like it missed that Squirtle. Now it's trying to catch Aron. That little pink over that, and then Aron was caught. We can see right over here. It missed the Squirtle, but it caught an Aron. And let's see, nothing else in range. So now we're gonna drive by these PokeStops, and I want to show you how everything connects. I'm gonna go around the outside first. Okay, so we're going to pass around two PokeStops in a second. Okay, and now it's going to favor Pokemon over PokeStops. So you saw it just spun one gym. Okay, and now we're gonna pass by, or not a gym, a PokeStop, sorry. And now we're gonna pass by another PokeStop, but it sees Squirtle. So more than likely it's gonna go for Squirtle first. Yep, there's Squirtle. That's okay, we're gonna pass by that one. Okay, now it's going to spin that PokeStop. Whenever you see that green, that pink arrow over either a Pokemon or a PokeStop, that means it's going to catch that or spin that. And sometimes you'll see that little pink arrow over things that are not on the screen just yet, and you may never see them, but it'll say just caught whatever or just missed whatever. So it catches things sometimes before they appear on the screen. Okay, so you see that we are spinning stops. Now I'm going to pass by a gym real quick. So the cool thing is, while we're playing Pokemon Go, let's say we go into a gym, right? And, you know, we're in it for a long time because we're battling it. We want to take it over. And it takes about 10-15 minutes for that gym to regenerate. I forgot what the number was, but it takes about 10 or 15 minutes. By the way, I'm driving about 15 miles per hour. So sometimes it'll catch things, sometimes it won't. And it is spinning stops, so that's good. And you can see I'm not touching the screen. But what I was saying about the stop is, let's say we spin the stop and we're in the gym battling. When that stop becomes available again, it's going to spin it automatically. We don't need to jump out. We don't need to do anything special. It's going to spin it automatically. That's pretty cool. So that way, you know, let's say you're low on the red Pokeballs, the regular Pokeballs. Those are the only ones you can use in the game, by the way. You know, I'm going to stop right over here real quick, next to this gym that is being battled. And people that don't know how to park, unfortunately, make this difficult. So it's spinning this gym, so I'm going to go into right over here real quick. And even though you see that I'm right here, there was another PokeStop, and it should show me spinning that PokeStop. So yep, just showed it right on the screen. So even though I'm right here, I can't do anything, you know. And even if I was fighting, which I can't do it because then I'd be blocking a bunch of cars, and I don't want to be that guy. But anyway, you could see that, you know, it does things like you were outside of the gym. So that's pretty awesome. So now you saw that I was going about 15 miles per hour, or maybe you couldn't see the speed, but I was going about 15 miles per hour, and I was spinning stops, catching Mons, and, well, you couldn't see a gym because I stopped for the gym. But for example, now I'm going to go out onto the road, and we're going to drive a little tiny bit, and we may or may not pass by some Pokemon, and it may or may not catch them. Now, you can see on the bottom right hand corner of the screen that it shows the 3 different Pokemon that are in range. That means you can still catch them, meaning we're not going too fast. So while we're driving, that may go blank, which means we're going too fast. And then maybe we stop at a light, it'll be visible again. And then that way, you know, if they pop up, we can catch them again. So I use this more often while I'm going to work or coming back from work, because it catches about 20 Pokemon to and from. So 20 Pokemon to work, 20 Pokemon back. So it works pretty well. All right. All right. So now we're going about 40. So you see that stopped. So when we stop at a stoplight, I'm a passenger. So sometimes it even catches them while I'm going 60 or faster. So right now I'm going to make a U-turn, and you'll notice within that time, you'll see the Pokemon again, and it may or may not catch one. All right, so here we're gonna go make a Yui. See 3 just appeared on the screen. Now if they're in range, it'll try to catch them. I guess they weren't in range, but anyway, you guys get the idea on how it works. Again, to work, maybe about 20, back from work, about 20 during lunch. So It helps out a ton when you just don't have the opportunity. So now what I'm going to do real quick is show you guys, which one thing I haven't tested myself yet, how the pedometer works. So we're going to walk around real quick. So 1 second. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you real quick how the pedometer works on the Pokemon Go Go-tcha Evolve. So coming over here real quick, I still have it with Pokemon Go. So we can see right over here, the pedometer shows 1156. Want to make sure you can see that. Okay, so now I'm going to take a few steps. Maybe I'll count to 10 and then we'll see what the pedometer says. So let's do it. Actually, I don't know if that'll work. So 1157. What did it show before? Okay, so I guess it was counting both steps, but it's weird, or actually it might have been a good thing, being that I wasn't walking like this. It might have been counting true steps. All right, so one other thing that I wanted to let you guys know is, and actually I'll show you this in the car real quick. Okay. So now one thing I wanted to show you is, right now we can see we have spin rack. That's the last one we've caught. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the screen, and while the screen is off, it doesn't matter, this is still catching. So I've seen a few vibrations, and I'm just going slow just to make sure I can show you guys that it's working with the screen off. All right, so another 2 or 3 vibrations there. All right, so now let's go back into Pokemon Go. Okay, well, maybe it hasn't caught anymore. So let's see. Maybe those were missed attempts. So I'll keep driving. Okay, so it just spun a stop. Okay, now let's see. Okay, then we can see there's an Aron caught. Now Magnemite. The Magnemite could have been while the screen was on, but definitely the Aron was caught with the screen off. So for those of you asking, hey, can I catch with the screen off? Yep, you definitely can. All right, guys, so that's about it for now. This is Iggy again, showing you guys how to pair and how to use while driving or even while walking the Pokemon Go Go-tcha Evolve. Iggy out. See you guys.